What's happening, YouTube, Facebook, and Daily Motion, and Merry Christmas, everyone. Anthony Marsh on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film / PRLostGalaxy2014. I want to do something very different for the reviews because aside from doing Power Ranger stuff, I want to do some reviews on Hasbro's other properties other than Power Rangers, like, of course, Transformers. So what I have here is my review, in a review that I could have done a long time ago instead of doing, you know, the same thingamaroll, with my review on the Transformers, Jada Toys Transformers The Last Night Metal Diecast Bumblebee Chevy Camaro 2016 vehicle, which basically is one of the many things I kind of got spurred out of the moment. So as a Christmas present to my audience and my subscribers and anyone watching the video, and for any diehard Transformer fan, I know that the Michael Bay movies are over. It's been going on come 2021 if you're watching it now there, and you know, whatever, 4 years after the Michael Bay Transformers movies have came to an end, that I would actually get my hands on something from Hasbro in conjunction with Jada Toys, which is actually the real maker behind this product. Because Jada Toys, I've heard of their diecast cars, of their 1x24 and 1x36 scale cars, and I actually wanted this Bumblebee Camaro for some time because it actually looked like a really impressive must-have, or some spur of a moment item to own. And if you're a diehard Transformers fan, this was going to be the right one for you. Or if you're a fan of, well, I think they also did something like this for G1's designs of the Transformers, like Bumblebee and his 1984 Volkswagen Beetle design, but this is the 2016 Chevy Camaro Bumblebee from Transformers The Last Night. And I know the movie was bad, but I actually liked that Bumblebee's final Camaro appearance in those movies. So this is what the front looks like. You've got the 2014 Transformers logo. You've got this side, which has Bumblebee over here, and then you got the Chevy Camaro font on here, and then the Autobot logo this side, and then on the back you got, you know, the following assortments, because if you get these four, which is Bumblebee again with Crosshairs, Barricade, and Hot Rod in name only, these would come with collectible coins. But you know, if you go online and find them today, I don't think they're available anymore. But it's best to just get, if you couldn't afford the ones with the coins, you might as well just get the ones that don't come with the coins. When I got this off of Amazon last week, and when I got the Bumblebee one, I was surfing through the web on the website to see if they also had all 5 of these vehicles, but unfortunately all I can find on Amazon is Bumblebee, Optimus, and Crosshairs. But I went on eBay, and believe it or not, eBay had all 5 of these, but Hot Rod in name only, which is this Lamborghini here, which is Hot Rod, was probably the hardest to find. So therefore, if you go on eBay for this, you can only find a bunch of Optimus Prime, a bunch of Bumblebee, Crosshairs, and Barricade in this variant, but Hot Rod is the most expensive one. And then on the bottom of the box, you have the logos of the following companies associated with the product. Of course, this is licensed by Hasbro because Hasbro owns the Transformers. Jada Toys, you can see Jada's logo here and all the copyright information on the box, and then the General Motors make, and then you got, well, of course, you know, the makes of the vehicles for the following cars, you know, like General Motors and the Lamborghini and Western Star. I like that. Okay, so let's open this box because it's not going to be much to talk about, because this is one of the many non-transforming robot toys of the Transformers in car form that's like this. So let's go ahead and open this. Here's the Camaro out of the box, and take a good look at it. It just feels like it came straight out of the movie, but really it's a collector's item, and this is one of the many, like I said earlier in the review, this is one of the many non-transformer robots, because the actually turn into a robot from the car to the robot, because I mean, Bumblebee is such a popular character in the Transformers, you know, so far as of nowadays, because, you know, in the G1 days they didn't make Bumblebee that much popular, but it wasn't until like the Michael Bay movies, now all of a sudden Bumblebee is popular, making him popular by having him be the Camaro, you know, the 1976 Camaro in the 2007 film. And before going into the 2006-2007 Chevy Camaro concept vehicle, and several Camaro concept vehicles that Bumblebee would be in the rest of the movies. But anyway, this is my first Transformers toy review ever on this channel, but on my other YouTube channel, if you want to see my other, if you want to go to my other YouTube channel that I haven't grew much after I had started that channel long ago, the Mars Jr. channel, check out the Mars Jr. channel and look for a Transformers review that I did on a Bumblebee toy there, which I will bring up in this video on this channel and then this review. But before we do the comparisons of the Bumblebee Camaro toys I have so far in my collection of Transformers, because I haven't collected any Transformers in a long time after Dark of the Moon. I really skipped out on a lot of Transformers stuff because, again, Michael Bay's movies. But this made me want to, now in a post Michael Bay Transformers world, I now want to buy this you know, this toy Camaro and model make, so I can show it to you all how I feel about the product. Okay, the first thing I need to bring up is the color on the color paint on the vehicle. But on camera, the yellow on the Camaro looks more like a mustard yellow-ish, you know, goldish yellow, but on the camera tinting it's as bright as it can get. Yellow is yellow, yellow is yellow, but really when the camera is off, and if you look at the the Camaro in itself, it looks really gold yellow looking, and it really looks like a really tame yellow. But I think all the Camaro cars that Bumblebee was in the movies was always this color of yellow, but I wish it was a lot more brighter than what it actually is. But again, this is an adult collector's item. I know some bought this for their kids, but whatever. I actually liked the way how they did the hood. I liked the way how they did the roof of the vehicle. I liked the way how they did the back trunk. Speaking of the hood and trunk, when you open the hood, you can see a bit of the engine and the torque and such inside the vehicle, which is all die-cast, because again, this is die-cast and it's a very heavy vehicle, but not as heavy as you may think. Okay, that's the hood. But when you open the back, when you open the trunk is very small. You can't really see much or stick your finger. Be careful putting your finger or so inside the trunk, because the trunk is very small for the Camaro, because the Camaro is always known for having a smaller trunk, because that's just how Chevrolet made that vehicle. I like the way how they did the spoiler on this concept of the Camaro, which is pretty good, the way how they did that. I like the backlights of the hood of the trunk of the vehicle with this die-cast shimmery metallic red, which is pretty interesting. You can see the Transformers logo, particularly the movie logo of Transformers: The Last Night, if you can visibly see that. And these are the exhaust ports. The exhaust ports are also die-cast, so I like the way how they did the detail on the thrusts and also the exhausts. And then on the bottom of the vehicle, you can see Bumblebee. Oh, let me raise the camera. On the bottom of the vehicle, you can see an imprint of Bumblebee and a yellow version of the Autobot logo right there. The wheels can move front and back, so that's another great thing I liked about this. You get the Autobot logo on this side, on the right side, and on the left, which is good. I believe this is a sticker or so that they put. No, this can't be a sticker. That's impossible, because this is die-cast. This is an adult collector's thing. As for the doors to the vehicle, the doors can open, but you have to be careful opening them and closing them, because this is a very vinyl like vehicle, so you gotta be careful opening the doors, and they can close very well too. So that's another thing I liked about the vehicle. I actually like the front bumper of the vehicle also. It's really, this is what really got me with this version of the Camaro, as opposed to all the versions of the Camaro Bumblebee was in the movies and in toy lines tied to those movies. You can see the inside of the vehicle a little well, which is another good thing about this. And I wish that there were windows on the doors to the car here, but that's the thing. You can even stick your finger in there or anything, or like a screwdriver, and you know basically you would expect the windows to be, you know, boarded up with glass, you know, some small die-cast glass onto that. And the seats, you know, you can see the seating a little well, and also the driver wheel, it can't turn because this is all sturdy die-cast, so you can't really turn the wheel. But I really like the way how they did this so far. You know, one of my dream cars is, of course, the Chevy Camaro. I like Chevrolet's other vehicles, but the Camaro will always be my favorite Chevrolet make of vehicle anyway. Because I would say, if it weren't for the Michael Bay Transformers movies, as much as I am mixed on those movies, if it weren't for the Michael Bay Transformers movies, and if it weren't for Bumblebee being the Camaro in all 5 of those movies straight, I would have never been a huge Chevy Camaro fan right about now, because I've always wanted a car like a Camaro if I could, you know, afford to drive and all that. But, you know, this is all a pipe dream and a fantasy. But hey, you know, I actually like this car very far, and I really like the way how Jada Toys, I have to give them props for doing this. So make that 2 thumbs up, because I'll try to collect the other Jada Toys Transformers diecast vehicles that they can, but this is a good Bumblebee Chevy Camaro diecast toy that they actually made for this. But now on to a comparison before the video, because this is just nothing much to talk about, but to do a little small comparison before the video is up. Since Bumblebee has come such a long way, time that I did a comparison, but there is one Transformers Bumblebee figure vehicle toy thing that I had reviewed long ago, but not on this channel because my channel was more strictly about Power Rangers and whatever. But I do want to expand on other franchises like Transformers and G.I. Joe, particularly all the Hasbro stuff. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, Power Rangers, and but specifically Power Rangers and Transformers, and somewhat G.I. Joe and Marvel. But okay, so what I have, if you've seen this on my other YouTube channel, the Mars Jr. channel, check it out. If you go on the Mars Jr. channel, that I did a review on this Mech Tech Bumblebee from Transformers Dark of the Moon's toy line in 2012, because if you probably didn't see that video, that was me that did a review on this thing on that channel a long time ago, before I moved to Power Rangers and this channel, and specifically every now and then doing toy reviews on something like this, and just doing this one recently. Now here is one Camaro, Bumblebee Camaro I never did, because this was long before I was ever on YouTube, long before I was ever what I am. This was, believe it or not, this is the Radio Shack exclusive remote control Chevy Camaro Bumblebee vehicle, which I got long time ago, back when I was a teenager, and this was long before I was even on this platform and on social media nowadays. And I got this a long time ago when for Christmas of 2007, and it was a great thing. It came with a remote control thing. I had both this and Bumblebee, which are remote controlled vehicles, and this was a Radio Shack exclusive. I know Radio Shack is long gone, but this was, because you can tell that this, if you remember, this was from Radio Shack, and you can tell how vintage it is, because despite being 2007, and you would think that after 14 years later it still runs well, but it just doesn't have the remote. This was from Hasbro themselves for Transformers Dark of the Moon's toy line, and this is the Mech Tech Bumblebee figure that I reviewed on the Mars Jr. channel a long time ago. Unfortunately, I don't have the other 2 versions of Bumblebee if I'm going to complete this whole entire cinematic saga of Bumblebee from all of the Michael Bay Transformers films. 2007, Dark of the Moon, The Last Night, but what I'm missing is Bumblebee from Revenge of the Fallen and Age of Extinction, comparison, and then I would do a complete comparison. But if I were to have a regular toy line version of Bumblebee from any of the movies, well, I didn't manage to get a Bumblebee, a proper Bumblebee that transforms from the Camaro to Autobot, from its toy line, because those toys are now expensive and hard, expensive and meant in boxes stuff, because due to how old that thing is. Revenge of the Fallen's Bumblebee, well, one of them, and Age of Extinction's Bumblebee, one of those as well. So I only got 2007, 2011, 2017. But well, when if you take this one out and see how far he came a long way, 10 years since the movies began, from 2007 to 2017. That's incredible how Bumblebee has come such a long way. Because again, if it weren't for the movies and it weren't for the, this Camaro, the Camaro would never be on the streets as such as it is today, and seeing it all over the place. Because again, the Michael Bay Transformers movies, love them or hate them, this is the car that made those movies even more popular, despite that, people have been groaning and moaning about the movies as they went on, and how ridiculous they've gotten with product placement and with the different car makes, and with certain Autobots and Decepticons being certain car makes also. So therefore, this is a long journey from where we were since 2007 to this point in 2017. But now that I reviewed this in 2020, I should have got this a long time ago. So that's it for my review on the Jada Toys Diecast 2016 Chevy Camaro Bumblebee vehicle from Transformers The Last Night. What do you guys think of this review? I'll do more of these in the coming, whenever I do and when I have the time for it. So anyway, this was Anthony on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film / PRLostGalaxy2014. I'll see you guys next time with a brand new review. Thanks for watching.